Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
If you haven't seen The Gloves Are Off between Dillian Whyte and Joseph Parker, it's now up on Sky Sports Boxing YouTube page, so go give it a watch. It's about 20 minutes or something like that. And it's one of the better ones that I've seen. And Dillian is being Dillian at his best. He was winding up Joseph Parker and just absolutely hilarious. It was really, really funny. Even Joseph Parker was laughing. I don't know whether it was an uncomfortable one or what it was. But as we know, Joseph Parker is very reserved. He very sits back. Well, that's what he does. He lets Kevin Barry and David Higgins speak for him. He does his talking in the ring. Nothing wrong with that at all. But in this one, Joseph Parker was giving it back. As in, he was literally opening his mouth and having some digs at Dillian Whyte. And Dillian Whyte was, I don't know whether he was trying to really get under his skin. I suppose he was. But I know this is what Dillian does anyway. It's banter. And of course, it is to wind him up as well. But he tells it how it is, as in from his point of view, he's telling you the truth, and it's an uncomfortable truth, I suppose, where Joseph Parker didn't really perform against Anthony Joshua. He had his moments, no doubt about it, but with Dillian Whyte, he took it to the extreme, I suppose you could say, where he said that Joseph Parker stunk the place out, and that's why he's taken this fight. Because he wants to come back to the UK, open up some windows and spray a bit of air freshener around because he stunk the place out. He's saying that he let his family down, he let his friends down, he let his countrymen down, he let himself down, he let everybody down with his performance. Because for Dillian, as we all know, he will go in there and if necessary, go out on his shield. Where Dillian is saying that Joseph Parker went there to survive. He didn't want to be knocked out. He didn't want to be carried out on a stretcher. He wanted to have, he was okay to lose, but he wanted the dignity of being the first person to go the distance with Anthony Joshua. And this is from Dillian Whyte's point of view. Whether that was Joseph Parker's mentality or not, we don't know. Joe did deny it, of course. But Dillian was just being witty from beginning to end. Literally beginning to end. And because Joseph Parker was speaking, as in quite a lot, and he'd done pretty well, he really did. But it's like a Dillian is saying that David Higgins, he's back there in the green room, pulling his hair out, thinking, hang on a minute, why is Joseph Parker speaking? He's suddenly becoming not dumb, so I can't control him, because David Higgins does do a lot of talking. That's what he does. He gets the attention. And this is pretty much what Dillian was saying, that your promoter in David Higgins is more popular than what you are. That's what he's saying. As I said, all of it, he's not being nasty or anything like that. He's just doing it to wind him up. But from his point of view, he believes what it is that he's saying. He believes that Joseph Parker stunk the place out. Because he said it before. He said it after the Joshua fight, before him and Parker were scheduled to fight. He was saying that he was disappointed in Joseph Parker's performance, in the fact that he didn't come to just put it on the line. But again, Joseph Parker is solid, very, very solid. He's never been dropped. He's been hurt on plenty of occasions, no doubt, but he's never been dropped as a pro, never been dropped as an amateur, never been dropped in sparring, allegedly. Of course, we don't know all this for a fact. Well, as a pro, I think we know that for a fact, but obviously there's no evidence of his amateur fights or sparring, of course not. But Dillian is convinced that he's going to knock him out, and he told Parker that you are not going the distance. I'm going to knock you out. And if you bring your running shoes, then I'll bring my running shoes and I'll catch you up. And that was pretty much Joseph Parker's kind of thing. Now, Joe was trying to be respectful, but Dillian kept drawing him in, and Joe was taking the bait and giving back as well, which is good to see. I like this side of Joseph. I really do. I think to Joseph, he's funny and he's serious. He's probably more serious because he wants to go in there and get the job done. And he wants a shot at redemption. But from Dillian Whyte's point of view, which is pretty much what he's saying to Joseph, is that you are now set for life financially because of the Joshua fight. I'm not set for life, therefore I've still got that hunger. In other words, that makes him more dangerous than what it does with Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker can go back to New Zealand and live a very nice life. So, but go watch it. I don't want to give too many spoilers away for you, but it is funny. Now, I know some New Zealanders may be a little bit offended by what it is that Dillian's saying or doing, but remember, it is the fight game, and yes, Joseph is a nice guy, and yeah, I mean, when people have trash talked Joseph Parker in the past, like a Hughie Fury when he pushed him and was trying to go at him, you see, there's a big difference. Hughie was being, shall we say, a bit of a prat, whereas Dillian Whyte, you should know what to expect with Dillian. This is what he does with every single opponent. You are my enemy, and I'm going to do what I can to get into your head, get under your skin, so on fight night, you come and do what you haven't been training to do. So if Joseph Parker has been training to outbox him, he wants to get under his skin, so Parker comes in there and tries to brawl. Parker's a very good brawler. Dillian Whyte's a very good brawler. Joseph Parker's very, very fast. But will he throw that speed away just to try and go in there and try and take Dillian's head off? Maybe that'll backfire on Dillian. You never know. But anyway, this was a very, very good face-to-face. Please go watch it and then come back here and drop your thoughts below. It is hilarious. Literally from beginning to end. From both sides, from Dillian and Joseph. Both of these guys were verbally abusing each other at times. And it was just absolutely hilarious. It really was. It's not cringeworthy or anything like that. I know that for whatever reason, there seems to be quite a few Joseph Parker fans that, for whatever reason, you don't hear from them at all. And then suddenly when he's fighting Hughie Fury, they come out the woodwork. Then they go quiet until the next fight. And then they come out again against Joshua, and now they're starting to come out again for Dillian Whyte. But I'm talking about the very, very small, I'm talking literally a handful of people who are just being racial and disgusting. But Dillian wasn't doing it to be, maybe he was doing it to be disrespectful, I don't know. But anyway, as I said, I don't want to spoil it for you. Please go watch it, all right? Drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe, make sure you come back here and let me know what you thought of it.